Ollie, do you remember I told you I had a great aunt who was worth a fortune? Well, look what she's left me.
Didn't she like you much?
It's Qing dynasty. George, explain to him what that means.
It's made in China, so it's rubbish.
It's not rubbish, it's worth a lot of money. Now, where shall I put it?
On the table.
What, here? Oh, yes, that's lovely. Ollie, stop that. What are you up to?
Just writing your end-of-year report.
My what?
Not you personally, Janet. Humanity. I have to do it for the Ultron Council.
Art, very poor.
Have you seen the Turner Prize?
French, hopeless. You think we're hopeless at French?
No, I think the French are hopeless.
Fair enough. Maths. Man seems to be getting worse at this subject.
Yes, I met a class of Japanese teenagers yesterday and gave them 10 simple calculations, but they couldn't answer a single one. They just kept screaming, "Stop the molten lava engulfing our school!" Woo!
So, anything we are good at?
Well, I'm going to give you a good report for behaviour. You're pretty nice on the whole.
You are so naive, Daddy.
Humans are nice, Ollie. I met a lovely woman only today.
Ever, sir? Buy a sprig of lucky ever.
Oh, that sounds exciting. What does it do?
Bring you good luck for the rest of your life, sir.
Wow, that is amazing. How much?
50p?
50p? Double wow with extra wow. Give me some of that. You see, what a lovely woman.
You paid her 50p for that.
I did not. I paid her £5 and told her she was selling it too cheaply.
God.
Talk about stupid.
I know. She should be charging a fortune.
George, it's not Lucky Heather. It will not bring you good luck.
Ah, well now, that's just where you're wrong. It already has.
Bottle of Channel number 5 like that costs you 50 quid in the shops. But am I asking 50 quid? No, I am not. I'm not even asking 20 quid. 10 quid a bottle. That's all I'm asking.
I'll take 3.
Oh, lovely job, sir. Can't say fairer than that.
There you go. That's your next 3 birthdays sorted. Now tell me who's lucky.
That salesman. George, this is rubbish. It's just water with a bit of lemon juice.
And Chanel are charging 50 quid for that. They should be had up for fraud.
It's not Chanel number 5. He was having you on. George, you cannot get something for nothing in this world.
Can, Mummy? Daddy got nothing and that salesman got 30 quid for it.
So, he was lying to me.
Yes.
And that Heather woman, she was lying as well.
Yes. Think about it rationally, George. How could a bit of heather possibly bring you good luck? It's like saying rubbing an old lamp could bring you 3 wishes.
I should never have bought that old lamp. The trouble is, I just can't tell when people are lying.
I know.
Nobody lies in Ultron. We're all totally honest.
I know.
It means marriages don't last long, but at least you know where you stand.
Yes. Well, maybe the answer is you shouldn't trust anyone. That way you can't go wrong.
Good idea.
And to help you, Daddy, I've got a magic rattle that you can carry. It'll rattle when anyone lies to you.
Wow, thanks, Ollie.
70 quid.
Fantastic, what a bargain.
It's ever since my husband died, you see. Well, he was just coming out of the Halifax on the high street and he had this heart attack and he... It's 4 weeks ago now and I'm just so depressed and I wondered if the doctor could give me anything.
Halifax isn't on the high street. It's on Queen Street. And it couldn't have been 4 weeks ago because that was a bank holiday Monday and all the building societies are shut, so you're wrong there as well.
Look, I'm suffering from depression.
Memory loss as well. If you want to see the doctor, take a seat.
I don't think I'll bother.
Can't be that depressed then.
Morning, Mrs. Raven. Forgive me if I don't come too close.
Oh, you got a cold?
No, I just don't like you. Is Janet around?
She's in with a patient.
You see, she asked me to get some milk, and I'm finding it a bit tricky.
Tricky.
Well, I've been all around the shops, and Asda's a couple of pence cheaper than the others. But what if it's cheaper because it isn't really milk?
Right. And why wouldn't it be milk?
Because they found something worthless that looks like milk. So you think you're getting a bargain, but in fact, they're conning you. Like Chanel number 5. You see my problem?
We can all see your problem.
Hello, George.
Oh, Janet, I beg you, section him now.
Good morning, one and all. I'd like you all to meet the new lady in my lucky life, Charlotte Norris, presenter of my absolutely favourite show on television.
Lesbian love stories.
No, the religious programme. God help us. We were both at the studio 2 days ago, went with Charlotte. Our eyes met across a crowded room, and
A crowded and very dark room, was it?
You must be Mrs. Raven. Piers warned me about your impish sense of humour. Piers is a very special man. It is very rare to find someone in television who is so devoted, like myself, to the teachings of Christ. Isn't that right, Piers?
I do my best to follow the path of righteousness, but I'm aware I fail the Lord on occasion.
Surely not.
Nonsense, Piers. You're too harsh on yourself. You've got to stop being modest.
Words I never thought I'd hear.
And you think of the good you've done, the millions you've raised for charity.
Millions?
Charlotte, come through to my surgery. I've got a new Bible to show you.
You've heard of Christian Aid. Well, this is the man who founded it. But he's so modest, you won't find his name on it anywhere.
No, I bet we won't.
I've heard some things in my time, but that is incredible.
I know.
To think Piers founded Christian Aid.
He didn't found Christian Aid. How many more times do I have to tell you? Don't believe everything you're told.
Sorry.
Morning, Precious. We're collecting on behalf of Help the Elderly. Is it okay if we collect in here?
Of course it's okay, Stanley. You don't need to ask. George, I'm sure you'd love to give to a good cause.
I certainly would, Ella. But how do I know this is a good cause? How do I know you're not lying?
I beg your pardon?
Well, you could be keeping it for yourselves.
George.
It's okay, Janet. I'm getting the hang of this now. Go on. Prove you're not ripping me off.
How dare you?
Come on. Where does the money go?
To help the elderly.
Which elderly? What are their names?
Well, I don't know. How would I know that?
You see, you take all our money off us and you don't know where it's going. Help the elderly. Help yourselves more like. Ah! Violence, the last refuge of the guilty.
I want my money back!
So do I. But you can't have your money back.
I can.
Oh, God, they're going to fight.
Oh, the day's looking up at last.
And in a shock move, the local branch of Help the Elderly has been forced to suspend its fundraising following allegations of fraud. You pinnock.
You told me not to trust people.
I didn't mean my parents.
I'm with you, George. I made him give back that 20 quid I donated.
Well done, Arnie.
You gave Help the Elderly 20 quid.
No, but they don't know that.
I raise money for charity, for people with psychiatric problems. Because like I said to Gandalf the other day, they're but for the grace of God.
Right.
Look, I think we're getting off the point. The point is, you have got to learn when people are telling the truth.
Right.
And what you need is practice. So I suggest we all tell you something, and you have to decide whether we're lying or not.
Brilliant idea. This should be fun.
Okay, I'll go first.
No, I reckon you're lying. Janet's going to go first.
No, I'm just saying I'll go first. We haven't started yet.
No, you're lying again. We have started. I'm not fooled that easily.
Life's too short.
George, just ask one of us a question and see what we say.
Right. Tyler, tell me about your parents.
Well, my mother was half English, half Irish and came from Liverpool. And my dad was half human, half walrus and came from the lost city of Atlantis.
He could be telling the truth.
I am telling the truth, Master. I'd never lie to you.
George, just ask me something.
Right. Janet, do you love me?
No, George, I don't love you. I've never loved you. I've never even liked you. Okay, do you think I'm lying or telling the truth, George?
You almost told me you loved me. I thought you did love me.
Oh, for God's sake. Feeling better?
Yes, thank you. You were so convincing.
Daddy, you are such a wuss sometimes.
Look, I got an idea. I know exactly how you can tell when people are lying.
How?
You call the Ultron Council and ask them to bestow upon you the ancient power of